Oh, it's Crow coming at you with the pro. It's Kick Ons with Cam and Hugh. Yeah, let's go! Woo! 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 Out here in Brisbane Arena, let's get straight into it.
That could be the last time we use that thing, I reckon. We might have to get another one. Well, welcome back to another episode to Kick Ons with Cam and Clug, episode 4 now, brought to you by Adira. One half of the captaincy on this week. Chief, welcome, mate.
Thanks very much for having me, fellas.
We're here in the Premiership suite. First time I've been up here. It's looking pretty good. What do you reckon, Cluggy?
Yeah, she's pretty nice. It'll be good to run out there in the Premiership reunion.
Yep,
Guernsey's 20 years since 2003. We've won them for the last 2 years as well. And it's good to look back on, the teams that went before us and the success that they had. And I know we're number 6. Lukey Power was obviously an amazing player, so I love looking back on, the players that made that team back then. And you're probably the same.
Yeah, pretty lucky you get to wear Brownie's number. Do you know who 31 was? Or
I'll be honest, I don't. No, I probably need to invest in that part of the Lions history. But I'm pretty sure there wasn't a 31 run around in that time.
I'm not sure if there would have been. It is pretty awesome up here, though. Like, it's a great spot to watch the game. I think you can get tickets if you want. Great view of the ground. And this week against the Pies, we've played in a couple of good games, I guess, for the Easter Thursday match. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a packed Gabba. What do we have? We've had some awesome moments over the last few years with this Collingwood game.
Yeah, it's brilliant. We lost it for a bit there, didn't we, Chief?
We did, yeah. Certainly my first couple of years up here, we weren't playing in that, but then when we did start playing in the Easter Thursday game, Pies were all over us.
What year did it come back? 2019?
19 maybe?
Even 18.
I reckon it might have been my second
It's probably my
year.
favourite fixture.
They were pushing hard for it to get it back because it was pretty feature piece during
Everyone
that
has
Premiership era.
Everyone has their Friday off, obviously, so they can come along and it's usually a packed Gabba.
Yeah, and it's going to be exactly the same this week. And we've had the couple of games we had when Binger come back and played against Collingwood. Right. We had the Bales one down in Marvel when that was COVID year, which is awesome. This one's going to be awesome. Collingwood are looking pretty good at the moment. They've been playing some good footy, and we got Macca coming back as well, which will be interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. But we'll get on to last week's game, a quick review. Obviously not what we wanted, I guess, from a scoreboard and winning perspective. But I thought, the effort and the intensity was there. And what were your thoughts on the game, boys?
Yeah, I think you're right, Cam. I think we just offensively probably mucked up a little bit. We certainly didn't help our forwards with the way we moved the ball. And, credit to the Dogs, the way they defended the ground, stopped our sort of transition with the ball in hand. But defensively, we kept them to, I think it was maybe 65 points or something like that, which is something we've worked on all summer, our team defence. So, he's hoping that we can keep that part of our game going well and, get our offence back up and going.
What do you think, Cluggy? What were your similar thoughts? Or
Yeah, pretty similar thoughts. We've played some pretty good opposition so far,
definitely.
And we've been able to keep them to low scores apart from in round 1. But we've just got to get some of that flair back, I think, and hopefully Thursday night. I mean, Pies obviously play an extremely exciting brand of footy, but hopefully we can see guys like Bales and Zorks, Charlie, Joey Hippie, all our forwards really
start firing.
And it's up to us probably higher up the field to make sure that we get the ball down there and allow them to get to work. Yeah,
definitely. But then obviously the VFL boys, they're just looking unbelievable at the moment, aren't they? Like, we were watching, what time did we go in for our team meeting? So
probably watched 10 or 15 of the last quarter when they started to get a bit of a run on there. And
I will say, if they're in within striking distance in the third quarter, it's game over.
They got that belief, don't they?
Yeah, they just played awesome. And then watching that, I think Tommy Fullerton was really, really good.
Yeah.
He nice little snag in his left foot there. Dev Robertson was good. JL's been playing some good footy, which is good. And that always puts pressure on the senior team as well, which is what you want. So another good win for them.
Are they playing before us?
Thursday at
105 Brighton Homes Arena.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for that, Chief. That'll be good though again. So, and then going forward into this game, it's just, as I said before, out in Gabba crowd, it's going to be a big game that we just need to make sure we get going in it.
Yeah, 100%. They're a great side, the Pies. They're obviously riding a good wave of momentum, and as we just touched on, we haven't been playing bad footy at all, but I think we just got to keep improving. And we saw some stats. Some of the best premiership teams over the past years have had to work things out early on this season, and as long as you can just hang around and stick stick with it for that period of time, then it's all about who can time their run and keep building that synergy. So can't wait to get out there and go again on Thursday.
Definitely. So Chief, captain this year. We were talking to Zorks last week, or you've been in the leadership group for a long time. What was the process like this year leading into that? Something you've been working towards for a while, and pretty awesome to see a player that's come from the academy all the way through, being a Brisbane supporter. Played Brisbane footy, Brisbane Academy. You're an Essendon supporter early.
I was.
How's that been, mate? And how you been going this year?
It's been great. Sort of as been touched on, it has been a little bit of a different process this year with the leadership group and sort of those more formal roles.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, got to sit down and do a sort of job interview, which I haven't done since before I got drafted. And
did you working at that Macca's?
No, not Macca's. No, there is that infamous photo getting around.
I might get that photo up and we can show the
brilliant.
Yeah, I guess like before you get drafted, you're going and you're seeing different clubs and you're stepping into boardrooms and there's 10, 12 people and it's pretty intimidating as a 17, 18-year-old. Same thing, sort of stepping in and there's 5, highly credentialed people in front of you in the office. And
so just for example, so you had Fags,
Swanee, Andrew Wellington, Simon Fletcher, who runs our leadership program.
Yep.
And the other one was
Danny.
Danny. So it was great. Like, put yourself in that position. And it's something that post footy you're going to find yourself in that spot. Looking for jobs and that sort of thing. So to get that experience at the moment while I'm still playing footy was a great opportunity and. Really, really honoured, I guess, and privileged to be captain of the footy club alongside Lockie. I think it's a great pairing, the way that we're sort of probably wired a little bit differently, both of us. We go about things differently, but it's been great so far. We've been able to collaborate and work together and bounce ideas off each other and, working with Clug as well, just to try and get us as a footy team to where we want to go to. So, leadership's been something that I guess I've really wanted to work on sort of over the last 5-6 years. Wasn't necessarily the loudest guy getting around when I first got to the club. Was quite shy, but just sort of thought, if I can help the team and get us to where we want to go, then that's something I want to do. And I've really enjoyed it.
Well, you captained one game, a couple of games, hasn't it been, like for the last couple of years? Do you think much has changed since actually getting the captaincy, or do you reckon you've pretty much stayed the same?
I think my personality has stayed the same. I certainly don't sort of, coming into this year and being named captain with Lockie, I don't go, oh, geez, I need to improve on, like I need to be more of this and more of that. Like I've been voted in for being me. So, that would be a disservice to everyone if I sort of came out with this false bravado and started acting a little bit differently. But there's definitely parts of my leadership that I need to continually work on. That reflection is really important to have all the time. And, asking guys around me and Fletcher, our leadership guy, checking in with him to assess how I am going. Because, the moment I want to stop improving as a leader is the moment that sort of I'll start going backwards. But it's been great thus far.
Yeah, perfect.
Did you have any part-time jobs as a kid, Chief?
I did, a couple of part-time jobs. Worked at Domino's in my draft year. So, sourcing pizzas, not doing a lot else other than that, mate. It was,
I don't mind a Domino's pizza after a game either.
I love pizza.
You are the number one Domino's pizza, aren't you?
I don't know why. I obviously enjoyed working there, but I was having pizza, most Friday, Saturday nights when I was working. But still love them. They're the best. So
what's your go-to?
I just love a basic Supreme. A bit of everything on it. I don't mind pepperoni from time to time, but Supreme's probably my go-to.
Well, what we might do is we might take a quick break now. We've got a couple of bonus to pick with Chief after the break and some funny stories that we'll talk about. But we'll be back with you very soon.
2023 Brisbane Lions memberships are on sale now.
A new era has arrived.
Go all in at membership.lions.com.au.
Cam, did you know that everyone hears differently and what your left ear hears will be different to your right?
I've actually never really thought about that, to be honest, Hugh.
Yep, well, we all care about our general health as players, but now, thanks to our healthy hearing partner Audira, we know that hearing is such an important part of our well-being.
Since we started using Audira's headphones and personalised them through our app to our individual hearing profile, music just sounds clearer. I definitely don't have to turn it up as loud, which protects my hearing.
For our listeners, if you're interested in learning more about Audira, head to audira.com. And if you're a Brisbane Lions member, don't forget to check out your member benefits page to get 20% off.
Welcome back to the Kick Ons with Cam and Club, brought to you by Dira. In our little break there, we were just looking at that photo. That is definitely Chief working at Macca's. So thanks to Macca's, you've brought up one of our captains in there. So,
I reckon there is a doppelganger of everyone out there. Like, I've showed you a photo of someone that looks like my brother last night. Absolute spitting image.
there would be.
There's got to be someone out there for everyone. I think there's one of me floating around. I think he was playing in like the University of Sydney or something.
The you and Lockie Neal cross photo.
That's Lou McNeil.
Lou McNeil. That one.
There's also that one of the guy serving us at the Storybridge Hotel last year. In the off season, of course. Identical twin to Cam.
Everyone kept calling him Pummy when they were asking for a beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was actually a ripping bloke as well.
Must have invited that one.
Talk about, so when we started with the podcast, Huey, you weren't my first option for my guest. The first person was Harris, but Harris declined. So, Harris, you've been watching listening and watching a few of the podcasts. Have you got any feedback for the both of us, or?
Yeah, look, Cam, you did come to me and you did ask if I would be co-host, but
and I got declined politely.
Unfortunately, I sort of looked at the scene and said, "Oh, don't know if that's for me." You know, it was going to be a busy year, so I did have to decline you. But no, it's been great to hear. You know, Huey on the mic.
He's been good, hasn't
Why?
You told me when you came to me that I was the
first choice. Nah, it's been good. I checked into the Froggy one and the Bez podcast, and it's been great. I'd say Frog. Yeah, I love listening to Froggy talk.
I think we're going to have to get Frog on again because there was a bit of feedback from Frog saying that he was standing too far away from his mic.
I did struggle to hear him at times.
He was kept sitting back real relaxed on his seat. And then during the week, he said that he's got more to tell us about. So we're going to have to get him back on. And I think Bez is keen to get back on. So
he reckons we were cutting him short, Bez. He reckons he still had a lot more stories. But
I don't know how much if I could hear anyone from Bez. But for the fans, if you guys actually want anyone on that you want us to chat to, just send through a message and we can get whoever you want on. So, Chief, talk about your life, little Grover, one of your massive things in your life. And, you know, people love their dogs. And, we had a trip to Makepeace last year. And there was chat of you not coming because Grover couldn't be left alone and you have to leave your light on for him and tuck him in the bed every night. Do you want to tell us about Grover?
Yeah, so Grover's an Airedale Terrier. So, you know, for the Hamish and Andy fans out there, tall terrier. But no, he's great fun. He's been, real eye-opening for me, I guess. I'd always sort of talked about getting a dog.
Yeah.
My partner, Emily, she gets like dog allergies, like with hair and that sort of thing. So he's a hyperallergenic dog. He's a big boy. He's full of energy, full of beans, jumps up on you all the time, you know, carries on sort of thing. But, yeah, he's been great fun. Love getting down to the dog park. Love taking him on walks, that sort of stuff. Probably a bit much. I've taken him over to Huey's a couple of times.
Lola doesn't get treated like that,
the little 4-year-old puppy.
Remember we left him there when we went for lunch?
Yeah, I was wigging.
We're sitting at lunch and Chief's just going,
I was stressing, yeah. No, to be fair, I reckon I'd had him for a month. And so I was stressing about how they would get on. But, he's good.
He's a dog.
Me
He's a dog.
Chief, we'll get back and Lola ripped him to shit.
Yeah, I was more worried about Lola. You know, she's a tiny little thing. And
for anyone that's seen Lola, she's not a scary little dog. But
Lola's
she
brought
gets
up tough, though, isn't she, Huey?
Yeah,
There's not a lot of love for her over
there. Not a pushover.
Talk about Em as well. You've been with Em for,
coming up on 8 years.
So that was early draft?
High school.
High school. There you go.
Yep, high school sweetheart. So, she's good. She's working away full time. You know, enjoys getting along to the footy. Wasn't a big footy fan before I started. I remember telling her, she sort of asked me what I want to do with my life. And I said, I'd love to play footy. And she flat out laughed at me, to be fair. It's been great fun. Obviously, really appreciate her support and what she does for me to keep my footy career going.
What would you be doing if you weren't playing footy, do you think?
Besides working at Macca's?
I think, I really wanted to do teaching when I left school. And then obviously sort of getting drafted, that put it on the back burner for a bit. And I've actually gotten back into teaching.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through my teaching degree. Did my first prac about a year and a half ago. Got the real grind of sort of...
Were you doing sports teaching or...?
Yeah, PE teaching.
Yeah.
PE and psychology will be my two subjects that I focus on. And then, so went in for a prac, did the 7 till 4 grind, which, you know, as AFL players, we're very privileged not to have to do. And got a real taste of what real life's like. And, I'll be holding on to my footy career for as long as I can. So it's great fun, though. I love the teaching stuff. It's good to sort of get away and, get organised for life after football.
We'll talk about when Huey first got up to the club. Huey jumped straight into you got Huey and Bez right off the start, didn't you? And you would have been 20.
Would have been 20, I reckon.
Yeah, I have to admit, Paul, before we came up here, I had to Google his name to find out who he was. The old Lions didn't get much of a rundown on free-to-air TV.
I was saying this to you as well, because Macca was playing in the back line at that stage as well. Dan McStay and Harris Andrews, I kind of had them mixed together.
Yeah.
So when I got up here as well, I was kind of like, which one's which?
Yeah, when he rolled into the airport, the big goober, he had those Nike free-run shoes on, and when you get a flat tire and they're sitting under your heel, like they're not on flat tire. He's rolled in with both of them like that. I'm like, what is he doing? He's can't even put his shoes on properly.
Fashion's never been my thing, let's be honest. But
he's looking after us. And remember the car drive back to...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're driving back and, boys aren't saying... Whisper in the back.
Pretty
They're
nervous.
not saying anything. They're nervous
First
as...
time out of the country.
I'm trying, hey, boys, Hugh, Jared, nice to meet you. Da-da-da. Anyways, we're driving back and in the car, the news is on. We're listening to the radio and, there's all these violent acts that have happened in Brizzy sort of thing. And I think I tried to break the ice by saying, yeah, look, it's not normally like this up here. Usually pretty quiet. But, it was great fun. I mean, I lived with these boys for maybe 18 months, I reckon, when you first got up here.
Yeah, we were in the best spot early days.
We were, over in Bulimba. Yeah. It was a great little house. And, I don't know, just tried to help them settle in. They were, very, very different in their own right. Huey, very quiet and reserved. Bez, bit more confidence. Happy to sort of tell it how it is.
I was telling him this morning about
the champ texts everyone. Bez,
yeah.
I think Bez has started off at the footy club with probably the worst start you can. Usually when we get players drafted or traded to the club, most of the boys will send him a text message and say welcome to the club or good to have you. And I think Bez replied to every single text message with thanks, champ.
He did, yeah. He champed everyone. And I remember it might have been the second day he was at the house, and I thought, right, I've got to take it upon myself here and just let him know that just doesn't fly around these traps. So I grabbed him and I said, oh mate, just to let you know, champ, probably not the way to go. You're going to get blokes offside calling them that. Anyways, then Troy, his old man, the great man, of course, he comes up and introduced himself. Hey, Troy, it's Harris. How you going, mate? Hey, champ, how are you? He's hit me with that, and I thought, oh, geez, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
It was a thing to do in Victoria. I went to school,
country.
Happy birthday on Facebook, and you'd get messages, and the standard reply would be like, thanks, champ, with the
little praise
emoji or on your legend, and it was just no one thought twice. But then coming up here, it's like you couldn't do anything worse.
It's just condescending, isn't it?
I guess so.
Ruffle their hair. Good day, champ. How are you?
If they're a bit older than you, it's all right, but. Yeah, if it's coming from someone younger than you, draftee.
Yeah. It was all right. I had the word with him and he learnt pretty quickly.
Remember that steak he cooked up one of the first times?
Yeah.
There was a few interesting meals. Yeah,
He's gone, because Bez is just this, he loves his gym and he loves eating protein and he's gone to the...
I think the thing with Bez is he's so confident as well with whatever he goes with. He's just going to back it in and think it's 100%.
He's gone to Woolies and he's bought these. He comes home, he's like, I've got these 1 kilo steaks there. Boys, I'm going to treat you like these are going to be the best things ever. He's cooked them on the barbie and they're like chuck steaks. So you're supposed to cook them in slow cooked in a slow cooker, and he's cooked them up on the barbie, and Chief and I are sitting there with it.
We may as well have been eating car tire.
Bez, this is beautiful.
How good's this? Chew. Like, gee whiz.
Another funny one that you boys are telling me as well is, Chief, I know this one actually might sting you still a little bit to this day, is that you cooked your, was it a stir fry? One night, and Huey and Bez were sitting at home the next day, and Chief hadn't come home. He was waiting to come home and eat it for dinner.
That's right.
And was it Bez, Huey? Are you going to throw him under the bus or not?
Yeah, it was Bez. Can confirm.
Bez is eating Chief's thing out of the fridge, thinking that, whatever in the fridge, you just go for it. And Chief's come back with the... Come on, boys. Just who was it?
Just excited you to eat leftovers.
Bit of common courtesy for mine. But
you're staying in my house, mate. You're not letting me stir fry.
Bez's philosophy was... Whatever's in the fridge, it's anyone's.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boys, it was good fun. It kept me on my toes. I'd have, even in the toilet there where they they'd go about. So I'd have a little bin there. So when they'd finish our toilet roll, put the toilet roll in the bin, and week after week we walk in there to clean it up. Oh, not in the bin. We'll put it next to the bin, but we won't put it in the bin. And at some point, I just sort of thought, geez, these blokes are taking the mick out of me.
And then 2 weeks later, they were out of the house. And
we could tell when he was getting upset because he'd put in little rules like, righto, boys, the top level of the fridge, that's mine now. So you can't
stay clear of that one.
It was good though. No, it was good for me. Get them up here, try and help them settle in.
Yeah.
And, definitely made it interesting. But it was great fun at the same time. We had some good memories.
Another topic as well, Chief, is we always talk about golf on this podcast, and the boys. I think it's slowly starting to make its way back as the top social activity again, I think. It's kind of goes through waves, but golf's back at the top. And you weren't always a golfer. You started, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah, I sort of started playing a little bit when I first got here. There was pretty big craze then, but then just stopped playing for probably 2 or 3 years, and then I'm gonna say maybe 3 years ago that really kicked up again, and I started playing. No good at it still. I'm an absolute hack out on the course, but really enjoy it. I'm starting to get a little bit better. Got a wicked fade.
They're long
a little bit of a slice, we'll call it. But it's great. I enjoy getting out on day off and just playing golf with the lads and swinging it.
Tell us about that moment.
The famous day.
22nd of December 2022. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. That one, hole 7 at Brisbane Golf Course. It was very, very exciting. Had former Lions employees, Luke Light, who's physio, and Nick Murray, who's a GPS analyst.
Who listened to this podcast, I might add.
Yeah,
I was chatting to them,
shout out to the boys. We were at Brisbane Golf Course, hole 7, sort of, tracking okay. Par 3, obviously, take a 9-iron, thin it a little bit.
Don't say that. Leave it.
Well, I'm honest. The ball goes over there's like a front bunker, goes over the top. We sort of lose it because the hole was at the back of the green and it sort of rolls down over the back, and so we're thinking geez, this is a good line. This could be in the hole here. Anyways, rolling up the green, and then we lose it. We don't see it, and so there's a maintenance bloke up on the left there, and we're looking we sort of peek around to see what he's doing. Anyways,
eye contact with him.
He's just giving me thumbs up, and I'm thinking is it in the hole? Is it on the green? Has it gone over the back? What's
thumbs up? That's 2
give me
meters.
something.
Yeah, mate, good shot.
So then Lighty's there, and he's like, mate, I think that's in the hole. And I'm like, you're kidding, aren't you? So anyways, steaming on up to the hole. We're running. He's got the cart, we're running up. Get up there. Lighty, he's got the camera out. Can't believe it. Yep. Up to the hole. And there she is sitting down the bottom. So, unreal. Couldn't, absolute euphoria.
Yeah. And then was it Bales, 2 days or 3 days later?
Oh, yeah.
Mind you,
take
chip in.
Yeah, I know that was playing short, but you've got all this attention on you. You're the man.
This was so funny. So there I am on the phone. Em, you won't believe it. I've had a hole in one. This is the greatest moment ever. Anyways, get home that night, you still won't believe it. We're out having lunch the next day, and we've got the big golf chat.
Is a celebratory lunch? You were just going out. You've just treated yourself.
Yep, having a great time. And then I was like, you won't believe it. And she's like, what? I said, Bales has hit a hole in one. She goes, I thought you said they were rare as hen's teeth. and she's like, well, it's not that special, is it? If you're getting 2 in a row sort of thing. And then next thing you know, no one remembers mine, do they?
No, I know. And now Bales got put to the top.
I hadn't had one for since I've been here, 6 or 7 years. I think Clay might have.
I was going to say, in my first year, I think Clay hit one.
Early days, but yeah, the chances of having 2 in
back-to-back days. Incredible. Well done, Rat.
The feeling. Well, we're going to play a bit of a game with you, Chief. We're going to throw the quiz out this week, but we know you're a massive footy fan. You are a footy head. You consider yourself that. Early days, Bomber supporter. You and me both grew up and barracking for the Bombers and talk about them all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 2008 playing list for the Essendon Football Club. Okay. I'm going to throw some numbers at you. Right. Huey, you can chime in as well if you want.
You wouldn't want to lose this one, Chuff.
No. How about I'll give you 5 numbers and we'll see who can get the most out of you two. I think, Chief, Huey actually hasn't won yet in a quiz or anything. So
yeah, but it's biased towards the guest.
We'll get you on as a guest at some point, mate.
Yeah. Maybe one week when there's someone that thinks they're real clever, I might just throw some questions over your way about Warrnambool or something like that. So 2008, I'm going to ask for number 10.
Andrew Welch.
No, he's number 12. He was number 8. Number 10. Oh my God. Why can't I remember number 10?
Jason Winderlick.
No, number 8.
He was 8 and Welch was 12.
12.
Number 10.
He's now a coach.
Jeez. Nah, it's gone past me.
Mark McVeigh.
Oh, Mark McVeigh. Spike.
That's my next guess.
The next number is number 23.
Number 23.
Left footer.
Yeah. David Myers.
Well done, Chief. We'll roll down. How about we go number 30? We got crickets over there from you, Huey.
Number 30, Paddy Ryder.
Well done, Chief. You're all over this at the moment. Number 37, a bit of a cult hero.
Yes. No, not Heath Hocking.
No,
Heath Hocking was 39.
Kick 6 at the G.
Kyle Remus.
Oh, there we go. I remember.
I'm useless at this.
Mate, I was sitting in the crowd in the forward pocket, and I remember as a little kid, I would have been about maybe 7 or 8. Essendon jumper on, in the pocket, screaming him home, kicked it, pointed to me,
Really?
started crying. I was that happy. I ran back up to my dad. I started crying, and then from then I was like,
Did he start
Reema's in the
coloured
fluoro boots.
yeah, he
Fluoro boots.
started fluoro
Yeah,
and was just like, you mark that anywhere inside 50,
was
I'm having a shot.
He was electric.
He was electric. I might try. How about we go number 2 to finish it off?
Ricky Dyson.
Well done, Chief. And of course, we'll follow up with the 03 because we're wearing that jumper this week. I've got the 2003 Premiership lineup here, so we'll change this one up a little bit. We'll go positions. Harris, that one was favoured towards you, so we'll give Huey a chance. Come on, Huey, you got to get your first win now anyway. All right, so for the first position, this is going to be quick as well. So can we have a little buzzer? Harris, name for your buzzer. Harris, Hugh. All right.
Yep, easy.
Oh, Club. Sorry. All right, we'll start with fullback.
Harris.
Yeah.
Mal Michael.
Yes, it is, Chief. Well done. Huey, come on. Give me one, Huey.
I'm
come
too
on.
slow.
You are. Oh, I've just lost the headset there. I'm all right. I can still hear you, so we'll just go for it. For the next position, in the centre.
Harris.
Yep.
Michael Voss.
It could be anyone, though.
Oh, I'm telling you the
What are they
lineup
gonna
right
put
here.
in
I've
the
got the
team
lineup
sheet?
right here, and you know.
The team sheet, they're going to put the big dog in the middle.
Yeah, the big dog in the middle.
Rack Rovin.
Ooh, this one I'll take anyone, but on the interchange.
Clark.
Yep.
Tim Nodding.
Oh, no, not Tim Nodding.
2003, wasn't it? Harris.
Yep.
Craig McRae.
No. I'll just keep going until you give me one. You got 4 players. We're playing with one of their sons right
Marcus
now.
Ashford.
Huey.
I was going to guess that. I thought he'd be starter, though. He's probably.
Yeah, we had on the bench. You had Jamie Charman, Blake Carousella, Marcus Ashcroft, and Richard Hadley.
That's probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, Chief, thanks for joining us, mate. Obviously, big game this week against Collingwood. So if you don't have your tickets, it's a sellout, but make sure you cheer us on from home. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks, Chief.
Thanks very much, Randy. Nice.